Huff, Coach Huff, if you want to, I guess, start with an opening statement and then take questions.
Yeah. One really good day as far as no one getting injured. You know, we got some typical camp bruises and so forth, but pretty much got everybody through today healthy, hit the number that we wanted to hit as far as reps wise. Got a lot of guys some extra reps that they may have not have gotten earlier in camp. Got a chance to get some guys some different positions, particularly in the O-line, moving some guys around, playing different positions. Got a chance to evaluate both quarterbacks. Really all of them got an opportunity to get evaluated. I thought the offense started out really fast, which is good. Obviously breaking tackles and getting yak yards is a big part of, the first day of tackling, which was really good. Offense threw the ball down the field, hit some shots early in the scrimmage. Thought the defense really settled down, as the day went on, started communicating. Did a really good job of running to the ball on defense. Got a chance to get a couple out there at the end. Special teams wise, got a chance to see our kickers hit the ball live, with a little bit of pressure around them in a game-like situation. So thought it was good. Feel like we're in a good spot for week one. We got a long way to go, obviously. Got to really narrow down now who can do what moving forward next week. Who's the best at running this route? Who's the best at running, this run play? Who's the best at this coverage? What's the best position on the back end or on the linebacker position for guys? First week we wanted to kind of just move guys around and see their athleticism. Moving forward now we got to kind of start getting guys in seats on this bus. So we can make the turn the last week to kind of start game prep. So,
Coach, you mentioned the special teams. A lot of newcomers in that group. What do you like from them, and where do they need to work in these next couple weeks to get ready?
Yeah, I think Reese, did a really good job kicking the ball off, which was good. He's got a really strong leg. A little inconsistent on field goals, but it's all his fundamentals. It's not really his ability. I think when you're a freshman and you're young, the attention to detail and the fundamentals is something that you probably get away with because of the strong leg and the leg talent. But feel really good about him. I thought John did some good things punting the ball. He's really taken a leadership role in that group, him and Appio. He's from here in state and did a really good job when he came out of high school and has kind of waited his turn here, which has been really good. His work and his preparation has been good. Hit a couple really good balls today. Obviously got a chance to see a couple different returners. Obviously, Talik's returning, coming back as a punt returner, but got a chance to see Caleb McMillan get back there, Caleb Coombs get back there. So it was good.
Was there a difference in intensity between this practice and maybe others you've had this week?
I think it was about the same. Our guys have done a really good job. This first week was all about creating and protecting our identity. And that's something you got to do every day. You got to come out with the right energy and the right intensity and the right focus. That doesn't mean you're going to make every play. That doesn't mean you're going to have, no MAs. But the first week we wanted to focus on how can we make sure every time we hit the field we protect our identity. That's the right energy that's coming out, not having someone to say, hey, let's go, or start fast or tempo. And I thought for the first week we really did that. I told them we were going to look at this camp in 3 weeks. We weren't going to look at it as one whole camp. We were going to say this week, this is our focus. The next week our focus is going to be on what to do. Obviously, first week in camp you had a 48 new guys. They all don't know what to do, where to go. But you can come out with the right energy and the right focus and the right intensity, even if you don't know where to go. I tell them if you don't know what to do, run around the circle until you figure out what to do. Now, moving forward, okay, what to do on this play? How can I get my hat in the right place? What's my leverage? That type of focus. And then the final week we work on execution. Okay, I got to actually make the block now. I know how to come out with the right intensity, how to have the right energy. Okay, now I know what to do. Now in the last week going into the game week, we got to get ready to actually execute. So I think if we take it that approach, then guys don't get caught up on, well, you know what? I caught 4 balls today. Yeah, you caught 4 balls, but your tempo was slow. Hey. I ran this route right. Yeah, well, I ran this route, but 3 other plays you were wrong. So just having them focus a little bit at a time and kind of building to where we want to be.
Coach, you talked about Henry not being in your camp before. Talk about his strides just in the little time you've seen him.
Yeah, I think you can clearly see that he's got a veteran presence. Nothing rattles him. Nothing kind of gets him, off kilter a little bit. Doesn't matter if he makes a completion. Doesn't matter if he steps up and takes off running. Doesn't matter if he, throws an interception. He kind of comes right back. He focuses. He's done a really good job kind of taking the leadership, when he's on the field, and getting guys where they need to be, getting guys lined up. He's gotten to the point now where he can correct some plays. If the play comes in, supposed to be on the right hash, on the left hash, he can flip it. So you can start to see his comfort level. I think obviously when you've been through a college camp before, even though it's not this one, you kind of know the routine. He's done a really good job with his off the field preparation. He's first one in the meeting. He's last one to leave. He's asking questions. So he's done a really good job.
Coach, in terms of the newcomers, maybe like one on each side of the ball that stood out to you in the first week.
Yeah, I think, the first play of the game, you saw Caden LeBourne, probably break 3 tackles and go 80. And that's the Caden LeBourne I know. That he's probably one on the offensive side. On the defensive side, I think Jadarius McKnight is playing at a really high level. He is all gas, no brakes. Sometimes he needs the brakes, but he's all gas, no brakes. He plays fast. He's physical. He can run. We've had some situations in practice where he's gotten from one side of the field to the other fast. He attacks the ball, and that's what we're really talking about with our DBs. It's easy when they throw it right to you, right? To Deion Sanders, you go down the sideline. But going up and attacking the ball, when the ball goes in the air, you're not a DB anymore. You're a receiver. And he's the one guy that's consistently done that. So that's been really well. And then obviously I think Reese, as far as, special teams has probably been the one. Not saying that John has it, but we've seen John, even in last year, we've seen him do some really good things. But Reese has done some really good things with his foot. That's really surprised us.
Coach, what did you like out of the defense today? Because it seemed like they were getting after the quarterback and making some plays out there.
Yeah, I think, obviously, I think we're disruptive on the D-line. I think that was something that we were last year, and we kind of injury hit us. If we could stay healthy, I think we got a chance up front. I really like the fact that they battled back, because the scrimmage started and it looked like it was going to be a little bit of a bloodbath, and they battled back. And we've been talking, we've been watching the Captain series on Derek Jeter, and going through some of the things that leaders have to do consistently. And one of the things we talked about was when something goes wrong, we don't need everybody to start yelling and barking and come on, come on, come on. We need somebody to go do it. And I think that's what the defense showed today. Things weren't going well. Offense made some plays. And instead of everybody doing the rah-rah, let's go, let's go, let's go, we just had some guys that went out and did it. D-line went out and stopped the run. Linebackers started running to the ball. Some things on the back end where guys were filling gaps. So I think that's what, probably the most impressive thing about the defense. Now you'll watch film and, 10 guys will be, out of their gap or in the wrong spot. But if you watch from where I watched from without knowing what play was called, that whole deal, you kind of saw the defense settle in as the day went on. Good?
Anything else?
Good.
Good. Appreciate you guys.